Or
Uh,
Forces of Evil?
I don't know.
Yeah, Star versus the Forces of Evil. It's a lot of fun. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
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 So what are we doing?
I don't know.
Nope. You all ready to do art?
Yep.
Okay. I invited Uga, but I don't expect him to be here. So
You ain't gonna draw.
he asked me. He said, "Teach me, Star," and I said, "Oh, okay." No, he asked for some resources.
Yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't
Oh,
been
I'm
here.
eating.
My God.
Let me get set up.
My
Are you getting
God,
set up,
Star.
Okashi?
Ma'am?
You're getting set up?
Yeah, I'm already set up.
Oh, fantastic.
Pretty cool.
Okay. Alright. Let's get going. Unplug N. But where is my pen?
I don't know.
Uh,
Look at that. No, who's just there?
oh, that's that.
Hmm.
That's that. Well, where's my thingamaddoodle?
I don't
There it
know.
is. That's my thingamaddoodle.
There we go. I knew he was missing something.
Oops.
Look, Mokashi, it's a frog.
He's a frog.
Yep, and he got a tongue. Look at that.
Alright, I guess.
Let's see. We'll
I gotta
stop
get there. Ooh, excuse me, Ada.
Ada, this is my PC.
Your
Move it.
pictures. Extra boring.
Hmm.
Lucy, if you cut off my computer, I will be so mad. Okay.
She's gonna do that.
Go and think about it. She sure will. Mm-hmm.
Instead of a cat, it's gonna be Ada. Like, no, this is mine now.
No.
Right in the middle of the drawing. Haven't saved yet. She's like, no, it's my computer.
Yep.
Mother,
Right.
this is mine.
Boy.
My computer.
That's not what I want. No, there we go.
You shouldn't have messed with it, Star.
Yeah, no, this is good. This fills up the space.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I got a new layer, right? And then we're gonna get ourselves some beautiful colored. Oh look, it's Okashi's flag.
Hmm?
Look at my slider. It's got
Oh.
all the colors. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Hmm.
This is not what I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. So I got this dark gray color, right? And so let's usually what we do is we got, you know, if I said draw a circle, right? Or let's do a circle. What usually helps if I actually have a thingy on there. Okay. So usually what happens is, you know, we draw a circle. We take our time like making it look pretty, right? That obviously doesn't look pretty. But we would use our eraser and, you know, get in there real close. And, you know, and then if we want to color it, we color it. What, Ada? Yes. Okay. So, alright. So yeah, and then you would, if you wanted to, we would get ourselves a new layer and color it's underneath, right? Like these. Right? Alright. Alright, so, but what we got here is we've got the two parts, right? You have the outline and then you have the color. But what if you did things a little differently, right? What if you just skip the outline entirely, right? And you
What?
get some stuff that's called,
What?
you basically, you don't even worry about it. Like sometimes there's no line at all to differentiate. You just see, like, see how this line is significantly, like, yeah, there's a line technically there's an outline, but you see how it has now, it's just all that color, right? And then if I just kind of blend it in where I want it, you see how it looks like more like something you would see in the photograph than something you would see, say, in a book, right?
Yeah.
So this exercise, like what I'm doing right now, is similar to what we were doing with that box. Remember that box we did on the first or second go around on this? And
Yes.
it was like we were talking about the sides, and some of the sides are darker than the other, you know. And so we were like making them, playing with that and all that. Well, on a circle there are no sides, you know. You just have this constant curve. So depending on how hard the light is, like if there was a light right on top, like right here on top of it, it would be much cleaner of a shadow because it's so harsh and close by. But this is very much a softer light, like maybe it's coming from one source like long ways away, right? And if you just kind of blend it and blend it and blend it, eventually it's gonna be hard to tell where the original paint was and where, you know, you had blended it from. Okay, so that kind of gives you some inspiration to play. I encourage you to play with the blender. Okay, even if you're just using one color. I actually prefer to just draw one color. So like right now, this is like my favorite thing to do. Is
Just that.
Just over and over again. Lots and lots of fun. Okay. And so what we're doing is we're creating volume and form by painting it. All right. And basically watering down the color that is there. Right. And you'll notice that if I have, like, if the edges of where that blending happens is really chunky, it's basically implying that that form is not smooth. Right. So you can try out different blending techniques or sizes of the brushes and try to get, you know, it as smooth as possible. And just, you know, little sections at a time. A little dab will do ya, you know. And then eventually it's going to look like you want. Now, I'm going to take a break from this and let's talk a little bit about the pencil. So what if all you have is an outline, right? Like you're not smearing or, you know, blending or anything like that. I keep coming back to this. It's so much fun. Instead, you just want lines. So if we go over here, and now I'm going to use the dark one. Okay. I'm going to use a teeny tiny little brush. So like 7 is good, right? And you can still get a pretty good feel. Alright, oh, this looks horrible, I know. But I know y'all have played a little bit with this before. You see, like, what I'm doing, instead of trying to draw a perfect line like I was over here, I'm, like, sketching it in. Alright? basically
Mhm.
making teeny tiny little strokes in order to get the direction and control of my line as evenly as possible. Let me check what's going on. Nobody. Okay. All right. Now, I can still go in and use my eraser, because I consider my eraser part of the line tool as well, because that's what, I'm just doing that in little sections too, right? And if I'm going for the same look, like see how looks, it's the light is coming from the top, kind of angled from us towards the ball, right? Towards the sphere. I'm just going to do a very similar thing. I'm just going to kind of go back and forth between my pencil and my...
Hello.
Up, Lock.
Hi, Crinny Crin. What's up? You done with the thing?
Yeah.
Nice. We're doing art with star. Okay, so you can see what I did now is I basically have broken up that line. I've shaved it down. But notice how I didn't really worry about keeping that line continuous. Instead,
Mhm.
I'm letting the line be implied. Okay? You don't have to have a line connecting every shape and edge. You can let it just kind of barely be there and it's going to do its job. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to go back into my paintbrush and I'm just going to do a little bit of... I want it even smaller. Even smaller! Ah, yes. So since I have a pen and a tablet, this is a lot more natural for me, but you can get the same effect with a mouse. I drew with a mouse on the computer for like 10 years before I got a tablet or even tried a tablet. And it's because it worked for me and it's what I had. And you can get the same effect, but it is going to look a little different because your hand moves different, right? So you can see I'm taking this itty bitty bitty, like I'm using a 2 pixel brush, right? And you can see how I'm just sketching in the dark places. Anytime those lines overlap, they're going to be even darker. So I like to just kind of fill in those spaces, not quite touching the other ones, right? See how that effect is different? Like this is different from this. This is softer, almost. Okay, and then instead of blending like we did over here, I'm just going to let my lines get further and further away, right? And I'm going to let my lines kind of follow the shape. See how I'm kind of working in this circular motion? I'm letting the lines follow the shape of the ball, okay? That is directing the eye to make it look like, see how like the eye kind of wants to do this spirally thing up to the top, like it's a cone of ice cream almost, a little roller coaster. And then I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna fill in the areas that I want darker. If you start light when you're sketching, it's easier to add. It's easier to add more lines. It's harder to take them away when you're doing this kind of approach. So And so I'm just gonna doodle a little bit. Are you working with me, Marks?
Uh, I I tried.
Let me take a
Be
look.
honest.
Let me see. Oops. Where are you? You're not streaming.
I tried.
Let me see. Oh, what?
Whoa.
I got
How'd
distracted.
you get that?
I got distracted with one of the tools, liquefy,
Yeah.
and
so
it
cool.
It's pretty cool.
Whoa.
look.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Look.
And I was gonna outline it and see what I could make out of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Let me
And I got
see.
distracted by what it looked like. I was like, "Whoa, that's pretty cool," and I drew it on the wrong layer.
Twitch, here he is. Let me see how his is looking. Oh, very nice, Akashi. He understood the assignment, Marks. No, I'm kidding.
I got distracted by the liquefy tool.
Oh, that
Okay.
liquefy tool is awesome. I really like it. And so you're tracing around it and having a lot of fun. Oh, guys. Okay, so we could continue to do this, right? I mean, and that's cool and all. But have I ever shown you one of my most favoriteest techniques? And it just kind of loosens you up a little bit. It's really fun. It's if you ever do, and it's really easier probably to do in real life. I'm gonna try to replicate it digitally. But have you ever seen art where somebody does watercolor and then they outline the shapes?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminded me of Mark's liquefy tool right there. Kind of reminded me of that. So I'm gonna real quick kind of do the same thing. Oh, this is so much fun. Okay, I need.
Where is that tool?
In the blend, you just go to liquefy. Like there's a blend, and they got liquefy.
A checkbook.
Pretty radical, as Okashi would say.
Where?
In the blend, look, see,
I am
look,
in.
liquefy.
Oh, sorry, I'm totally wrong spot. Oh snap. Oh
Yeah.
dear. Oh dear. Okay. So I'm gonna make a whole new
I will say it's
layer.
pretty powerful.
Just by looking at it, it looks pretty powerful. Okay. So check this out. I'm going to use this blue color and I'm gonna go back to my paintbrush and I'm gonna find the gouache. I think that's what you call it. Why doesn't that do anything? What happened? Okay, Akashi, how did we fix this last time?
What?
I can't draw.
See?
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright, so I'm on gouache blender.
I don't think
Color
that
stroke?
applies anything.
Really?
That's like texture, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
It's pretty weird.
There was India ink watercolor on the far left. Okay.
Uh,
So let's try this one. That is way not what I need.
If you want to know what I was using for why it looks so weird, because I was using the charcoal brush, by the way.
Charcoal?
Yeah, it's in pencil. You get the pastels, it's charcoal, crayon, the pastels, and chalk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why it looked very odd.
Mm-hmm. Not odd, just interesting. Blending mode. Why is my brush not being affected by pressure?
Because
Because... Ada, where are my chips?
I stole them,
Where are my
mother.
chips? I had my chips
Mother, I
right here.
stole them.
Where did they go? Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, Ada. I didn't mean to accuse you. It was totally me.
Wow. Accusing someone? Goodness, Star. So mean.
Ooh.
Okay. Alright. We're gonna figure this out. Alright.
Yeah.
Are you
Are we?
sure?
Interesting. That's kind of like, that's not what I want. Oh, that's cool. Okay. So watercolor splash. Oh, alright. That's more like what we want. That did not help. Okay, there's gotta be edit.
What are you looking for?
My pressure settings. Here we go. I think my pen itself is not working. But it's not really changing anything.
Know what I'm doing, but hey.
See, that's not doing anything.
Wait a minute. Oh, let me do anything. Oh, now it is.
Why is it end of?
What?
Okay, let's try. Alright, it's sensing.
Maybe it's the brush itself. It doesn't really sense pressure.
Well, it's supposed to be able to. Alright, that looks good. But I should be able to see some difference when I'm testing out these settings. Alright, let's try a different setting. See, it's not wicked at all, Mox.
I think it's just because that's a watercolor brush.
No, I mean it should be. I should have a variant of.
Try a pencil.
Okay, we'll go back to pencil. Well, what if we did?
Did you get rid of the pencil?
No, I got the pencil right here.
Where's the?
See, no change in thickness. Wait.
Well, I don't think.
Something turned off.
I don't think pencil really changes the thickness when you're using it, Star.
See, that's what I need. That's what I need, Max.
But pencils don't do that. They don't suddenly change in your hand like they don't turn big. You know?
No, but if you press harder, the line gets thicker.
If you press harder, it's gonna break the tip. It's gonna snap.
Or if you angle it, it'll be different.
Then you're just gonna have a hole in your paper. Yeah. What is Akashi doing?
I don't know. I'm waiting to see what she's doing.
What? Huh? What?
He's waiting on you.
I don't understand. Oh well. Okay, that's fine. Alright, you see how this is overlapped? It looks like little blotches. I don't know. I'm gonna just...
No.
No, that's not what I want. Trying to make it look like it's...
I don't.
Like it's what?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
I'm just trying to just make it look different. Okay. Alright, fine. We're gonna go with another thing. Alright, so now that I have this watercolor look, you can play. It's really fun to find like the edges of things. So like this dark spot, I can just and trace around
What?
it. And
What are
it's
you
fun.
tracing with?
Just a pencil. And then
The
I can
pencil.
do...
Your pencil.
And if I just kind of trace around the edges, kind of creates a life of its own. I'm a little frustrated that I can't get my pen settings to work because it almost defeats the purpose. But that's fine.
Well,
I just need a new.
it doesn't completely beat the purpose because
I just
it's like
drew
you can actually use a pen.
a vibrator, apparently.
Did you know?
Yeah.
Yes, I will later. Give me a second.
POS.
What?
What?
He said he drew a vibrator. I said that's terms of service for Twitch.
Oh yeah.
It's not actually a vibrator.
For legal reasons.
Star made me do it.
What? Never. I don't think it looks like.
You said, I'm just going to trace this dark spot. So I was like, okay, here's a dark spot. And I started tracing it. And this is what it was.
Yeah.
A big old dick.
No. It's an eggplant. But you see how see what I'm doing here? See?
Poop. I got a cough. Very nice, very nice.
So this is just, loosey goosey, fun and fruity.
I'd rather just get that liquefied tool and go.
Now, what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna do an extra. Now, of course, I can just go on here and add more like blotches if I wanted to, but you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to echo them. That liquefied tool kind of inspired me a little bit. And see kind of how it kind of gives it a geode looking look.
Let's see. Akasha, what are you doing?
Dumb.
The liquefy tool is pretty cool. You know what we haven't used at all?
Who?
We haven't used the effect brush at all, or the spray paint, or the airbrush. I mean, there's some stuff you can put in here. Look at this, Akashi. Buildings, books, rubble, clouds, cracks, ground, grassland. the trees, grass,
Mm-hmm.
poops, clothing. I have this stuff. Is this what you used, Takashi? You got pedals in here? Yeah, that's what you get. That's what you used.
Oh, my connection's
Interesting.
bad.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I can't see either one of your streams.
Aww.
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no. Dude.
Look, Max.
What? Ah, yes, a tornado. Earthquake. Same thing.
I can't see.
And pooping.
Discord just decided, fuck you.
Boo.
Okay.
A poison potato. Title.
Looks like y'all are back.
Good.
Marks, what are you drawing? I have to ask because I'm assuming it's not what it
Ahead.
looks like.
What?
Gonna be ahead of a hurt person.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Oh.
Person.
Oh.
It looks like a head of a person. Don't lie.
That it's get now it is.
Okay.
What? What it look like, Okashi?
I can't say.
Terms of service.
You guys are weird. I'll be honest, you guys can be real weird sometimes.
He's the weird one. He brought it up. Of course, I'm the one
Mm.
apparently making y'all draw eggplants or something. I don't know. Y'all are ridiculous.
Bro, my head. Maybe a better shape. For
It looks
his
like
neck.
a map, everybody.
I don't know about straight cans to have like curves. There we go.
Crit luck.
Yeah.
Is that them talking in the general chat? This is blowing up.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's me. Yeah, it's me and Dan.
Oh yeah. Yep. I can never tell when Dan is. Is he the one with the antelope
There we
avatar?
Yeah.
I can never tell what he's up to. He's diabolical. Like I can never.
I've had poops that look like this, Star.
What? Like this? Like on my screen?
Mm-hmm.
I hope they're not fluffy and blue.
Well, not blue, but
But yeah,
Fluffy,
I know
yeah.
the kind.
mm-hmm.
I've seen those myself. And I say, oh dear.
I'm making a stump. Look at him.
Stump? I gotta take.
You can get a texture.
A stump.
Let's
I see. I have a character you'd probably like. It's from Elf and Warrior. It's a webtoon that you would probably enjoy reading. About this elf and his warrior uncle. And they go on adventures like in D&D. And there is a stump character.
The poops. The crayon. No. Pastel. See if I can start off with a better one. I was supposed to put on music. Whoop. And loud. The loudness. Look what I made. I made a Pokemon.
Oh, Diglett.
The Diglett.
Mm-hmm. You should paint a
Cool.
Diglett.